What's up guys, my name is Shishanagam and welcome again to our channel Journey to Freedom, where you can follow along on our journey to financial freedom through the worlds of Shopify and dropshipping. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you get to know every single time we put out a brand new video like this one. Today, we're going to be talking about some brand new developments in the state of dropshipping today, especially as it has to do with shipping and logistics. We've got some good news for most dropshippers that we will share in the coming video. So make sure you stay till the end of this one and subscribe to the channel. Comment below on any experiences you've had with your own dropshipping suppliers. I personally reply to every single comment that you put on our videos, and we really appreciate all of you that engage with us. We love to have a chat with you and get to know you. So make sure you drop us a like, comment below. That is the only thing that we ask of you. We put in a lot of time and effort in putting these videos out for the community, and if you drop us a like, it helps YouTube to put this content out in front of other viewers like you who could benefit just like you're doing right now. So let's get right into the content. Shipping and logistics pricing drops. Now, where do we currently stand? In the last 2 to 3 months, as you all know, shipping challenges have hit dropshipping very, very hard. We've seen shipping prices increase by 200 to 300%. So shipping prices have gone up 2 to 3 times, oftentimes even more. And you can imagine the kind of impact that has on margins in a business where margins can be quite tight for many dropshippers already. So many of us have had to grapple with that challenge of much tighter margins because of the shipping prices increasing. And even then, even if we are paying more for the shipping prices for the private carriers, it is still not reliable. Many of my own orders for our customers have still not reached customers from mid-April when they place the order. Now it's mid-June. Orders have still not been received by customers in the US, even though I have been utilizing private shipping lines like Aliexpress and Yanwen Shipping. So they may be exceptions to the rule, but I have been encountering those issues and customer complaints where, 2 months after order placement, customers have still not received their packages, even though I'm not using ePacket, I'm using Aliexpress and the private carriers like Yanwen. So, ePacket, as I mentioned, has become completely unreliable. So one nuance there is products that have liquid in them. Those kind of products can actually only be shipped by ePacket. So if you're contemplating testing any products that have liquids in them, stay away from them for now until the shipping services normalize, because those products with liquids in them, Yanwen and Aliexpress and other private carriers will most likely not be able to ship them for you. Obviously, check this with your supplier because it may differ from situation to situation, but that is what my experience has been. Some of the products that we used to sell that had some liquid element in them, those we have not been able to ship because they can only be sent via ePacket, and ePacket has not been reliable. So, as I mentioned, we have been trying to depend on Aliexpress and Yanwen because those are the best options available right now, relatively speaking, but they themselves have their own challenges too because of capacity and limits and constraints on their own shipping lines as well. Now, where's the good news? So latest updates. So we've been getting notified by major shipping and fulfillment companies in the space like CJDropshipping and uDroppy. Both of these have sent us notifications that shipping prices are now starting to come back down. So that is definitely good news for dropshippers if you are utilizing these services. You can see here in the email that we received from CJDropshipping to start with, most countries are seeing a decrease in the shipping cost anywhere from between 10 to 14%, 6 to 14%, depending on the region and the country. So US, for example, you can see the decrease is 6%. So it's not a lot, but it's something. It's a start, and it's definitely a move in the right direction. You can see USPS decreased pricing about 10%, DHL by 10%. So across the board for most European countries and the US, we're seeing decreases. One exception to that is Canada, and I'll come to that. So on the right hand side here, uDroppy, this is uDroppy's pricing here. And you can see they've actually dropped a bit more aggressively their shipping prices compared to CJ. We're seeing drops of more than 20% in the pricing here. You can see Italy, for example, is dropped by 20%, and Italy here is only dropping by 11% for CJ. Of course, the caveat there is that, it depends on how much they had increased the price before the crisis hit, right? So maybe uDroppy had bumped up their prices quite a lot more than CJ, so they have more to come down. So you just have to be aware of that. But you can see all of the pricing here is generally dropping with the exception of Canada. Canada is having some serious issues still with their shipping services within Canada. Canada Post is having tons of backlog, and I'm personally residing in Canada, so I know what I'm talking about. I have personally not run any ads for Canadian customers for a few months now, because I know there is no reliable way to get to Canadian customers without having them wait 2 to 3 months in advance. So, I've avoided running ads on the Canadian market, and this is one of the reasons why shipping prices are still increasing for Canada, even for the private shipping lines. So, but outside of Canada, generally, we're seeing positive developments and moves in the right direction. Hopefully, this should put some money back in your pockets as you are able to then lower your own shipping cost and increase those margins. Hope you're finding value in the content so far, guys, and if you are, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so that you get to know every single time that we put out a brand new video. And make sure you stay till the end of this one to catch all the content, and comment below on what you like and what you'd like to hear about. Stay with us. Now, likewise, I'm also hearing from our sourcing agents that I work with. They are also notifying me of shipping cost decreases. This again may not be across the board, but you have to check with your own suppliers. But I'm being informed of shipping pricing decreases and also the shipping time improving. So definitely check with the suppliers if they have not already notified you of a drop in the shipping price, because they should be working on that if they haven't already. So what exactly are the next steps here? As I mentioned, check with the suppliers on what the lower shipping prices will be for the products that you're dealing with. Experiment with CJDropshipping and uDroppy if you haven't already, because they're lowering their prices. And while there has been mixed feedback on some of these platforms, ultimately I really believe you cannot understand how the platform works unless you try it for yourself. So give it a shot. There are not too many barriers to entry for either of these platforms. The main hurdle I see is that the product that you are shipping or wanting to sell should be available on these platforms. And typically, if it's not, they have a mechanism to request a code for a product that's not already on their platform. So give it a try. Experiment with CJDropshipping and uDroppy. And like I said, proceed cautiously. Don't scale heavily very quickly. Wait to see if your customers are getting deliveries on time when you start shipping them. And we're still not out of the woods by any means. Challenges continue within the US. The pandemic continues to cause problems. We're also now seeing more social unrest and riots happening, so that can also have an impact on the shipping times and the shipping smoothness. So definitely not out of the woods, but if the pricing is moving in the right direction, then that's a good sign. So definitely continue testing products on your stores by utilizing these dedicated shipping lines like Yanwen and Aliexpress, because you'll have pretty small volumes at that time when you're shipping, when you're just testing the products. And the last resort, if you don't have access to the private suppliers, is to use Aliexpress standard shipping. I'm personally doing that for a few items that are not being sold in very high volume on our stores. So I am utilizing Aliexpress standard shipping. Definitely not the fastest alternative, but given the current environment, there really isn't much of a choice if you don't have access to private carriers. Now, if you're scaling, I would definitely advise you to think about importing your merchandise into United States warehouses and then using fulfillment services like ShipBob to get those to the end customer on time, right? So because you don't want to really scale heavily in this current environment unless you have really good control of your logistics, because you're going to hurt yourself in the long term if you're trying to ship from China and scale aggressively in the current environment, because your customers will be filing a lot of complaints, and you have to think long term in this business. We are currently at the end of Q2. Q4 is when you really have big momentum for e-commerce stores. We definitely have momentum right now as well, because people are shopping online from home. But Q4 is a different phenomenon. It's a gift giving season. So a lot of people, a lot of e-commerce businesses have to capitalize on Q4 in order to make the full year profitable, essentially. So think about it from that standpoint. If you're scaling right now, even though you may be getting a lot of customer complaints, that may put your store in jeopardy, your PayPal account in jeopardy, and may not allow you to then dropship in and sell products in Q4. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you have the ability to go full throttle when Q4 comes around, and hopefully by then these shipping challenges are out of our way. So I hope you guys found some value in this content, and definitely wanted to give you guys some of this good news that I shared with you. If you're liking the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Comment below on what you liked about the content. I will personally be responding and interacting with all of you, and I would really welcome and appreciate all of you guys that comment and engage with the community. We really hope to build a very strong family here that follows along on our individual journeys to freedom. So make sure you stay tuned, hit the notification bell so that you get to know every single time we put out a brand new video, and we'll catch you in the next video.